Good morning to children. How are you? I hope you are all fine. Let me introduce myself. I am P. Hepzibah working as an English CRT in KCBB, Pemula. Last session, we have listened the Dear Departed one. What are the characters and how was the nature of the Amelia, and they are still some properties of her father. So Vicky, little Vicky. Little Vicky means Victoria, daughter of Amelia's Slater. So she went to the grandpa's room and she saw the grandpa getting up. She said that her mother, grandpa was getting. They are all shocked and they surprised also. They don't believe that he is Abel Merriweather or else his ghost. So let us today we start the Dear Departed 2, the continuation of the Dear Departed 1. So let us continue. Start the Abel Merriweather asked her grandchild, "What is the matter with little Vicky?" Grandpa asked her, "What is the matter with little Vicky?" Now Abel Merriweather, who is getting down from the staircase, he looks Victoria running away. She asking what the little Vicky. So he sees Ben and Mrs. Jordan. "Hello, what brings you here? How is yourself, Ben?" Abel thrust his hand at Ben, who skips back smartly and retreats with Mrs. Jordan to safe distance below the sofa. So, oh, that he is the new thing for Abel because he never saw in their house. It is little bit surprise. Ben and all the other people, they were totally in a shock. Now, see what does Ben Jordan does. So they are also shocked. And Mrs. Slater approaching Abel gingerly means very carefully. She spoke him with her hand to see if he is solid. So now see what does Ben Jordan does. Abel thrusts his hand at Ben, who skips back smallly and retreats with his Mrs. Jordan to safe distance sofa below the sofa. And now that time Mrs. Slater comes close and Mrs. Slater approaching Abel gingerly. Gingerly means very carefully. "Father, is that you?" She spoke him with her hand to see if he is solid. Abel Mary was also shocked. అబెల్ మెరీవెదర్ ఆల్సో షాక్. ఇక్కడ ఏమనుకున్నారు, అబెల్ మెరీవెదర్ చనిపోయారు, అతడు తిరిగి డౌన్ అంటే స్టెప్స్ దిగి కిందికి వచ్చిన తర్వాత వీళ్ళందరూ అతను ఎబెల్ మెరీవెదరా లేకపోతే అతని గోస్ట్, అతను ఏమైనా స్పిరిట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎబెల్ మెరీవెదర్ అనుకొని వాళ్ళందరూ షాక్లో ఉన్నారనమాట. అంటే మా నాన్న చనిపోయారు అనుకున్నాం కదా, తిరిగి లేచారు ఎలా, ఇది నిజమేనా అని చెప్పేసి అమేలియా కూడా దగ్గరికి వచ్చి వాళ్ళ నాన్నను టచ్ చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నించింది. "వాట్ ఈస్ షీ డూయింగ్? షీ ఈస్ స్పోకింగ్. షీ ఈస్ ట్రయింగ్ టు ఇన్సర్ట్ హర్ హ్యాండ్ ఇన్ టు హర్ ఫాదర్స్ బాడీ just to check whether he is real, whether solid or gaseous. If he is ghost, then she cannot touch him. So she just trying to make sure when her father was real human or ghost." So Amelia's daughter was very confusion. అతనేనా, మా తండ్రేనా అని చెప్పేసి ఆమె ఎక్కువగా డౌట్ పడడం జరిగింది. సో ఎబెల్ మెరీవెదర్ వాజ్ ఆల్సో షాక్. He says replied her daughter Slater, of course it's me, don't do that. Amelia, what the devil do you mean by this tomfoolery? So she says, of course it's me, don't do that. Amelia, what the devil do you mean by this tomfoolery? Tomfoolery means silly thing. ఆ విధంగా అడిగేసరికి, ఇది నువ్వేనా ఫాదర్ అని అడిగేసరికి వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్కి కూడా చాలా యాంగ్జైటీ అండ్ కోపం వచ్చేసి, నువ్వు చేసేది ఏముంది, అడిగేది ఏంటి, సిల్లికి అడుగుతున్నావు, ఇట్స్ మీ అని చెప్పేసి ఫాదర్ రిప్లై ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ మిసెస్ జోర్డన్, యూ టుక్ us by surprise ఫాదర్. మిసెస్ జోర్డన్, యూ టుక్ us by surprise ఫాదర్. ఆర్ యూ కీపింగ్ క్వైట్ వెల్? ఆర్ యూ కీపింగ్ క్వైట్ వెల్? Abel trying catch the words. What? Mrs. Jordan, are you quite well? Hey, I am right enough, but for a bit of headache. Looking at Amelia, what the dickens did I do with my new slippers? So, wait, I am enough, but for a bit of headache. Amelia, the dickens did I do with my new slippers? He came down from the staircase. He was looking for his slippers. He couldn't find it, so he asked Amelia, what the dickens again here? You see, this word is an Indian idiom which is used old from of English part of express our anger, annoyance. So he asked slippers, about the slippers, and confusion. I decided I do with my new slippers. Amelia, I am right enough, but for a bit of headache. Amelia, what the dickens did I do with my new slippers? Mrs. Slater, aren't they by the hearth, father? Abel, I don't see them. Observing Henry trying to remove the slippers. Why you have got them on, Henry? So now you should remember what happened to Abel's new slippers. Emily had taken those new slippers and given into the Henry so that he can use it. She was very happy that the slippers was new. Mrs. Slater was confused. Aren't they by the hearth, father? He says, I don't see them. He says, I don't see them. He says, Mrs. Slater, I don't see them. Trying to remove the slippers you have got and come on, Henry. Mrs. Slater, I told him to put them on to stretch them. There was that new and here now Henry. Now Henry. Hard now Henry. Mrs. Slater snatched the slippers from Henry and gives them to Abel, who puts them on, and it sits on the armchair. So, is this? Oh, see that clever answer given by Amelia Slater. We know that actually those slippers were stolen by Amelia's and given to her husband. But when her father find it, she immediately comes it up by saying, Elite, she said that she gave it to Henry to check them on, which is absolutely wrong. Let us see the further. So Mrs. Slater snatched that slippers from Henry and gives them to the Abel, who puts them on it sits on the armchair. So Mrs. Jordan says that, to Ben well, I don't call that decide stepping into a dead man's shoes in such a state. Victoria runs across Abel and sits on the floor on his feet. So Victoria asking her for grandfather. Victoria asked her grandfather. Now, finally, now that the general remark being made by the Mrs. Jordan, she talking to Ben what she says. I do call that delicate. It's not so easy. How can a man enter to a dead man's slippers? In such a state, generally, what happened? When a person dies, we just collect all belongings and all things that we dispose it of. But here, even the furnished of our father was not done. His body was lying there upstairs. What this man has done? He had taken his slippers, he was wearing it. That is not a delicate thing, that is not an easy thing. That is why Mrs. Jordan is making a remark again. Read. So Victoria cross able and sits on the floor on his feet. So here is the Victoria loves her grandfather the moment that sees that the grandfather is alive. She is happy, so she runs across her girls on the it's it the nearby grandpa. Victoria asks her grandfather, "Oh, grandpa, I am so glad you are not dead." Victoria asked her grandfather, "Oh, grandpa, I am so glad you are not dead." So Mrs. Slater says, I am in the to whisper, hold your tongue, Victoria. He did is not speaking. What Victoria saying, Mrs. Slater immediately reacts. React. So, hold your tongue, Victoria. Abel Merriweather. Hey, what's that? Who's gone dead? Mrs. Slater, Victoria says she is sorry about your head. Abel, thank you, Vicky, but I am feeling better. Abel says, why when you are in morning and Lizzie too and Amelia and Henry and little Vicky. Who's gone dead? If someone is in the family. Here is the Abel catches the words Victoria. He is asking what that who was gone dead. So she reply. It comes from again Slater, not from Victoria. She is about to read Amelia's less loudly. So what does Amelia done? She has totally changed the words of Victoria. Victoria said that she was happy. She was not dead, Amelia. She said Victoria about her head dead. Thank you, Vicky, but I am feeling better. Why Ben you are in morning in and Lizzie too and Amelia and Henry and little Vicky. Who's gone dead? It's someone in the family. He chicks means laugh. He observed in the family everyone in a black dress. Miss Slater again here, you should observe all the questions of Abel Merriweather are being answered by Amelia. She is a cunning woman. What does she do? She is trying to cover all the things which she has done. ఇక్కడ ఫాదర్ గమనించాడనమాట అబెల్ మెరీవెదర్ అందరూ కూడా బ్లాక్ డ్రెస్లో వచ్చారు ఎందుకు ఎవరన్నా ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్ ఎవరన్నా చనిపోయారా అని చెప్పేసి అబెల్ మెరీవెదర్ అడగడం జరుగుతుంది. అప్పుడు వెంటనే ప్రతిదానికి కూడా మిస్సెస్ లాటర్ ఆన్సర్ చేయడానికి కవర్ చేసుకోవడానికి చెప్తుంది. అప్పుడు వెంటనే నో వన్ నో ఫాదర్ ఏ రిలేషన్షిప్ ఆఫ్ బెన్స్. She asked, no one you know, father, a relationship of Ben's, Abel. And what relation of Ben? And well, what relation of Ben? Mrs. Slater says, his brother. Ben to Mrs. Slater, damn it, I never hear on Amelia's letter. She is completely leaping. She is trying to cover everything. But Ben dance, he had no brother. Abel, I observe Ben. So, dear, Abel, dear, and what was the name is Ben? Ben at a he cross in front of the table. So, Abel says, Isaac, and where did your father Isaac die? Your brother Isaac died? Ben, he doesn't know the what happens, what to say. Mrs. Slater writes it to the promptly. Frederick, Mrs. Jordan, Albert, Isaac. So brother he mail very whether asked what was the name of the relation, and answer comes of the two sides of both different answers. One side Slater said Frederick, left side Jordan said Albert. So Ben again told also his understand what should he say. She say confused. Ben in Australia. So Mrs. Slater, where did your brother Isaac die? In Australia. Well, I suppose you have only been waiting for me to being tea. I am feeling hungry. So he asked her. So Mrs. Slater, taking up the kettle, I will make a tea. Come along now. Sit you down and let's be jolly. Abel sits on the head of the table, facing spectators. Abel suddenly recollecting, hey Amelia, he asked, hey Amelia and Henry, what the devil did you mean by shifting my bureau out of my bedroom? Henry and Mrs. Slater are speechless. Do you hear me, Henry Amelia? Abel asking her daughter, hey Amelia and Henry, what the devil did you mean by shifting my bureau out of my Henry? Henry and Mrs. Slater are speechless. Do you hear me? Henry Amelia? Mrs. Jordan, what bureau was that, father? Abel, why, my bureau, the one I bought. So she asked her, and Amelia and Henry Slater was speechless. He paused the clock and pointing the bureau, what is that one, father? Abel Meriwether, that is it. What doing there here? A pause the clock and made a place strikes to everyone looks of it. Damn it. If they ain't my clock too. What the devil been going on this house? So Ben also, Jordan Amelia said it was a new one this study. He has picked it up. But now they are all caught. Mrs. Jordan pointing to the bureau was at the father. It is the bureau you bought, asked the father. Abel was that doing here and pause the clock on the metal plate strike. Everyone looks off it. Draft me. That isn't my clock too. What the devil's being good going on this house? That moment the clock sounds. Everyone hears it slowly. Just see before Abel identify his bureau. Now that sound of the clock, they totally caught up here what is happening in the house. So Ben says, "Well, I will be hanged," says Jordan rising. "I will tell you what's been going on in this house, father. Nothing short of robbery. It's robbery that is going on the house." Mrs. Slater, be quiet, Elizabeth. So here is the father understood the what is going on. Elizabeth Jordan explained. Now Slater Beak, I will tell you what's being going on this house, father. Nothing short of robbery. Mrs. Slater, be quiet, Elizabeth. Don't say that about that. సో ఇక్కడ ఎలిజబెత్ మొత్తం చెప్పేసింది అనమాట. ఏం లేదు నాన్నగారు, ఇంట్లో మీరు చనిపోయారనుకొని ఒక చిన్న దొంగతనం రాబరీ అనేది జరిగింది అని చెప్పేసి తన యొక్క ఫాదర్కి చెప్తుందనమాట. మిసెస్ జోర్డన్, ఐ విల్ నాట్, మిసెస్ లాటర్ సేస్ దట్ బీ క్వైట్ ఎలిజబెత్, దాని గురించి ఏం వివరించద్దు, ఏం చెప్పొద్దు అని అంటే మిసెస్ జోర్డన్, ఐ విల్ నాట్ బీ క్వైట్. ఓ ఐ కాల్ ఇట్ డబుల్ ఫేస్డ్. ఈమె చెప్తుందనమాట, నేను ఎందుకు చేస్తాను, నేను కామ్గా ఉండను, సో నేను చెప్పేస్తానని చెప్పేసి ఎలిజబెత్ జోర్డాన్ తను చెప్తుందన్నమాట. షీ ఈస్ ట్రైంగ్ టు క్వైటింగ్ ఎలిజబెత్ వై బికాస్ ఆల్ హర్ బ్యాడ్ థింగ్స్ విల్ బీ అవుట్. సో అందుకోసమే తను బయట పెడితే అన్నీ బయట వస్తాయని చెప్పేసి తను చెప్తుంది. డబుల్ ఫేస్డ్ మీన్స్ ఏ పర్సన్ హూ బిహేవ్స్ ఇన్ వన్ ఫార్మ్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ యూ అండ్ అనదర్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ బిహైండ్ యూ. సో ఎగ్జాంపుల్, అమెలియా, షీ వాస్ వెరీ good to her father before him, but after he died that she come her behavior is totally changed. Such people called double faced people or hypocritical or means. So here is the uh, abel abel asking, don't damn it, what is been going on? Mr. Jordan, yes, I will not see you robbed. Abel, who is being robbing me? Mrs. Jordan, Amelia and Henry, they have stolen your clock and bureau, working herself up. They sneaked into your room like thieves in the night and stole them after you were dead. సో ఈ ఎలిజబెత్ జోర్డాన్ మొత్తం చెప్తుందనమాట. మీరు చనిపోయారనుకొని రాత్రి మీ యొక్క బెడ్రూమ్లోకి వచ్చి వాళ్ళు మొత్తము మీ వస్తువులు ఉన్నటువంటి బ్యూరో తర్వాత క్లాక్ కూడా వాళ్ళు దొంగతించడం జరుగుతుంది. అప్పుడు మిసెస్ హెన్రీ అండ్ స్లాటర్, దోస్ ఆర్ క్వైట్ ఎలిజబెత్, డోంట్ సే దట్ అబౌట్ దట్. మిసెస్ జో, ఐ విల్ నాట్ బి స్టాప్డ్ ఆఫ్టర్ యువర్ డెడ్ ఐ సే. సో ఈమె నేను విషయము మీరు చనిపోయారనుకొని తను చెప్పడం జరుగుతుందన్నమాట. ఓ గాడ్, సచ్ ఏ హార్ష్ రియాలిటీ టోటలీ ఆన్ ద ఫేస్ ఎక్స్పోజ్డ్ బై ఎలిజబెత్ జోర్డాన్. హెన్రీ స్లేటర్ says, I will not be stopped after you are dead, I say. So Abel asks her, after who was dead? Mrs. Jordan, you. But I am not dead. Abel replies, I am not dead. So Mr. Jordan, no, but they thought you were. A pause. Abel gazed around at them. Oh, so that's why you are all in black today. You thought I was dead. He chuckles. That was a big mistake. He sits and resumes his tea. Mrs. Slater, father, sobbing father. సో హియర్ ఇస్ ద ఫాదర్కి ఇక్కడ అర్థమైపోయింది అనమాట. అందరు మీరు ఈరోజు ఎందుకు బ్లాక్ డ్రెస్లో వచ్చారు, మీరు ఈరోజు బ్లాక్ డ్రెస్లో రావడానికి కారణం నాకు అర్థమైంది. యు ఆర్ థింకింగ్, సో యు ఆర్ ఇన్ ఎ బ్లాక్ టుడే. వై యు ఆర్ ఇన్ బ్లాక్? యువర్ థాట్ ఐ వాస్ డెడ్, నేను చనిపోయానని మీరు అనుకున్నారు కాబట్టి, సో అందుకోసమే మీరంతా కూడా ఇక్కడికి బ్లాక్ డ్రెస్లో రావడం జరిగింది అని చెప్పేసి ఫాదరు అర్థమై చెప్తాడనమాట. అప్పుడు వెంటనే మిసెస్ స్లాటర్ సోబింగ్ ఫాదర్ Abel Merriweather says, it don't take it you long start dividing my things between you. I will tell you what I am going to do since your mother died. I have lived part of time with you, Amelia, and part with you, Lizzie. Well, I shall make a new will, leaving all my bits of things to whoever I am living with when I die. How does that strike you? Mrs. Jordan says, so what is will? Will is a legal document. Generally, old people, when they know that very soon they will die, they call the lawyer, they make a agreement, they write a document. In that document, they write after their death how their property will be distributed among their relative or children. That document is called will. సో ఈయన నేను మొత్తం ఈ విల్ నామా అనేది మార్చేస్తానని చెప్పేసి వాళ్ళ పిల్లలకి చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. సో Abel says, I shall make a new will. Now that the thing going on, what is he doing to do? He is going to change will and document to the new will all his belongings will go that person within whom he was living when he dies. Now that is the change. So Mrs. Jordan says, you know, father, it is quite time you came to live with us again. We had never You are very comfortable. Mrs. Slater, no, he hasn't not been with us as long as he was with you. Mrs. Jordan, I may be wrong, but I don't think father will fancy living on with you after what happened today. Abel says, it seems me that neither of you has any case to feel proud about the way you treat me. Just like if I have done anything wrong, I am sorry for it, Mrs. Jordan, and I can't say more than that too. So now I hope all of you can understand. Elizabeth Jordan is calling her father because just now he made an announcement that he will change his will. He will give all his property to the person who is living all the time to his death. Now we have to recall very quickly when his father was there with Elizabeth previously for to 5 years. What was she trying to do? She was always trying to throw off her father to Amelia. She never tried to put on with her father. Mrs. Slater, no, he has not been with us as long as was with you. Now Amelia, he is also not ready to send her father to Elizabeth. And what is the excuse she weaving? She says hasn't been with her as long as he was with you. He was with you for 5 years, with me only 3 years. How can you send your father to your house? Mrs. Jordan, I may be wrong, but I don't think father will fancy living on with you after father's happened today. What's happened today? Father will never imagine, never thinking to live with you after you have done today. What she had done, she had thought that her father had died, and even before doing the funeral or on any activity, she started stealing her father's things. See what happens. Abel says, it is bit late to say it now. Neither of you care to put with me. Mrs. Slater and Mrs. Jordan, no father. Abel says, hey, you both say that because of what I have told you about leaving my money. Well, since you don't want me, I will go to someone that does. So Ben says, come, Mr. Merriweather, we have got to live with one of your daughter. So Abel says, I will tell you what I have got to do on Monday. I have got to go to the lawyer and alter my will, and I have got to go to the insurance office and pay my premium, and I have got to go to St. Philip's Church and get married. So he was explained what he can do that. I will tell you what I have got to do on Monday. Next, I have got to do the things. I have got to the lawyer and alter my will, and I have got to go to the insurance office and pay my premium, and I have got to go to St. Philip's Church and get married. Oh, wow, what is happening here? Right, all that you will be shocked. The old man Abel is planning to get married. They are totally surprised. Ben and Henry, what? Mrs. Jordan, get married? Mrs. Sutter, he is out of his sense. Generally, consternation. Abel, I say I'm going to get married. So Mrs. Slater is out of his sense. Abel, I am saying I am going to get married. Mrs. Slater, who to? Abel, Mrs. Jordan, shocks who keeps the window bells. We have had it fixed up a good deal now, but I was keeping it for a pleasant surprise. I felt I felt I was a bit of a burden to you, so I found someone who had think it a pleasure to look after me. We shall be very glad to see you at the ceremony till Monday, 12 o'clock at St. Philip's Church, opening the door. It is a good thing you brought that bureau downstairs, Amelia. This will be handed to carry it across to the Ringo Bells on Monday. He goes out. సో ఇక్కడ ఫాదర్ చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది, మీకు నా యొక్క ప్రాపర్టీ మీద ఎక్కువగా మీరు ఆశ పెట్టుకున్నారు కనుక నేను చేయవలసిన 3 అంశాలు మీకు చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. నేను ఆన్ మండే 3 అంశాలు నేను రాయబోతున్నాను. లాయర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి నా వీలునామాను చేంజ్ చేయిస్తున్నాను. అండ్ తర్వాత ఇన్సూరెన్స్ ప్రీమియం కట్టబోతున్నాను. అండ్ లాస్ట్ వన్, నేను ఒక అమ్మాయిని పెళ్లి చేసుకోబోతున్నాను అని చెప్పేసరికి అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి వారందరూ కూడా షాక్ అవుతారన్నమాట. మ్యారీడ్, నువ్వు సెన్స్ ఉండే మాట్లాడుతున్నావా అని చెప్పేసి అడగడం జరుగుతుంది. మిసెస్ జోర్డన్ ఆస్కింగ్ హర్ ఫాదర్ హూ టు అంటే ఎవరిని పెళ్లి చేసుకుంటున్నావు అంటే ఇక్కడ ఆమె చెప్తారనమాట, రింగో మిసెస్ జాన్ షెరక్స్ హూ కీప్స్ ద రింగో బెల్స్. సో అక్కడ ఒక అమ్మాయిని నేను చేసుకోబోతున్నాను, రింగో బెల్స్ అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి కంపెనీని సంస్థలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఆమెని చేసుకోబోతున్నాను అని చెప్పేసి చెప్తూ లాస్ట్లో కూడా నువ్వు మంచి పని చేసావు, you have very good thing, Amelia Slater. You brought the bureau downstairs, Amelia. It will be handed to carry bundles to carry it across the Ringo Bells. ఈ యొక్క బీరువాని కింది దించి నువ్వు మంచి పని చేసావు, మేము అక్కడ రింగో బెల్స్ దీన్ని చేంజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి చాలా ఈజీ అవుతుంది అని చెప్పేసి చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. సో అక్కడ నుంచి అతడు బయటికి హీ గోస్ అవుట్, అతడు ఇక్కడ నుండి వెళ్ళడం జరుగుతుంది అనమాట. దట్ ఈస్ హౌ ద లెసన్, the drama, the play comes to an end. Children, if you all remember, of the very beginning of a reading A, we understood the characteristics of one act play, where we understood that one act play always has a twist end, and you can see here this drama ends up in a very, very beautiful way. We all thought that Abel Merriweather had died, but here he finds that he is not at all dead. At the same time, how he plans to change his will, and in he gives us a big shock that he is going to get married. So this is the dear departed 2, and also father also very clarity about the 2 daughters. So here is the 2 sisters characters, we know that. So that's why he changed the will. I hope you all understand this lesson. That was the end of B reading. So let us start some questions is there, find out the answers. Some comprehension passage. Oh, thank you, Vicky, but I am feeling better. Now answer the following questions. What is the relationship between Vicky and speaker? What is the relationship between Vicky and speaker? Grandfather and granddaughter. Why is the speaker thinking Vicky? Vicky was the speaker's headache. So here is the another passage. I will tell what I am going to do. Who is the speaker? Abel Merriweather. What is the speaker going to do? The speaker is going to make a new will. And also next, I say I am going to get married. Answer the following questions. Who is the person going to marry? Grandpa. Who is the bride of the marriage? Mr. John Sherrocks. You took us by surprise, father. Are you keeping quite well? Questions. Who is you referred in the above lines? Who is you referred to in the above lines? Mr. Abel Merriweather. Why does the speaker ask Are you keeping quite well? Why does the speaker ask, are you keeping quite well? Because she thinks that he is dead. Reading the following dialogue conversation, Mrs. Slater, confused, aren't they, by the hair, father? Abel says, I don't see them. Observing Henry trying to remove the slippers. Why you have got emo on Henry? So now answer the following questions. Why is Mr. Slater confused? Because Mrs. Slater has herself to wear those slippers, asked her husband. What does M refer to in the expression why you have got M on Henry? M refers to Mr. Rebel's slippers. Next passage. Read the following dialogue conversation. Abel, Isaac, and where did your brother Isaac die? Ben says, in Australia. Do you think Isaac really dies? Do you think Isaac really dies? No. What does the interjection suggest us about Ben? Ben is hesitated. And next, I told him to put on stitch them. They were that new and hard. Who is speaking these words? Mrs. Slater. What does the word they refer to? The new pair of slippers. The new pair of slippers. And last one. I didn't take you long to start dividing my things between you. Who is the speaker of these words? Abel Merriweather. Who divided the things? The Slater and Mrs. Jordan. Questions are there. Answer the following questions. Justify the view that the husbands of Mrs. Slater and Mrs. Jordan are men with no individuality. So, this is Henry and Ben are men with no individuality. They simply follow their wives' instructions. When Mrs. Slater asked Henry to wear the old man's slippers, he wears them even they are smaller in size. When she asked him to shift the bureau from her father's room, he obeys her and does as he likes. He doesn't say even a word against her will. In the same way, Ben too is a man with no individuality. Both Henry and Ben try to stop the quarrel between their wives but fail. Though they have concern for their father-in-law, they can't express it. And next, discuss the irony in the title, The Dear Departed. Irony is the use of words to express something other than what is said or meant, and especially the opposite or the literal meaning. The title The Dear Departed conveys just the opposite, as the main character of the play, Abel Merriweather, does not seem to be dear to his own daughters. The old man is no dear to anyone. They only want his property. And also, it is the arguments the two sisters gave to keep their father in their care. Mrs. Slater tells her father that it is quite time he comes to live with them again and they will make him very comfortable if he comes. But Mrs. Slater argues that he has not been with them as long as he was with the Jordans. Mrs. Jordan replies that she does not think their father will fancy living on with the Slaters after their stealing his things. They even say sorry for what they have done. Thus, both the sisters argue to keep their father in their care. And how does the between the old man's daughters lead to father discovering the truth. The spat happens between two sisters when their father Abel asks Mrs. Slater why his bureau and clock are brought downstairs. Mrs. Jordan understands that her sister tries to steal those things before their arrival. This leads to quarrel between the two sisters. Mrs. Jordan tells her father that Mrs. and Mr. and Mrs. Slater have shifted the bureau and the clock from his room to a shifting room because they think he is dead. They have shifted the things so far. Mrs. Jordan can't lay a claim on them. After discovering the truth, Abel becomes angry because he feels that his daughters don't even wait till his funeral, and have tried to divide things between them. So here is the list of the comic elements in the play The Dear Departed. There are certain elements that make the play a comedy. The title itself, a comic one. A single person doesn't make a comedy. It requires several who are in action and counter action. The main characters of the play, Abel Merriweather, Mrs. Latta, Mrs. Choda, Henry and Ben, all cause the comedy. The main comic thing is that both the sisters think that either father is dead. The other comic scenes in the play are following his wife's instructions. Henry wears the old man's new slippers. The Slatters hurry to steal the old man's bureau and clock, thinking that the Jordans will arrive. Then the Slatters and the Jordans are shocked to see Abel coming to the room. And next, Ben skips back and retreats with Mrs. Jordan to save distance when Abel thrusts his hand at Ben. Abel announced that he will change his will and marry John Shorrocks. Both the sisters argue that Abel should stay with them. They want to own his property. A termination must be made, which surprising necessarily from the preceding elements, and this gives the comic solution. The arrival of Abel into the sitting room and his announcement of changing his will and marrying women, etc., produce such a comedy. And next, in what way is the play The Dear Departed commentary on the tolerance of human relationships? So, in this, about the author Hanley Hongton, in his one-act play, tries to bring out the qualities of the two daughters, Mrs. Slater and Mrs. Jordan, towards their father. The author tries to show how the sisters are interested to the property of their father rather than their care and affection towards him. So, when the two sisters think that her father is dead, they are complaining of what a burden he is to them. The moment Abel announced about his new will, in which he will leave everything to the person he is living with when he dies, they both fight for him to live with them. Thus, this play shows us the hollowness of human relationship. This is social play on the condition of old people who are being neglected and abandoned by their own children. Here we see the degradation of moral values in respect and care within the members of the family itself. So, you are all understood what the one act in this Dear Departed A part 1 and B reading Dear Departed 2 lesson, how the characters and what are the situation is going on. So I hope you are all understood and how the degradation of moral values. So you are all understood well. Thank you.